Hey gang, Jen Tiffany, elite presenter with Unique. How are you? So, I decided it's fall, y'all. So, let me show you fall on a budget. Hopefully, it'll be glam. Maybe every day, but glam is different for everyone, right? So, we're going to be using all things that are on sale, discounted, so that you can get your fall looks less expensive. Hello, Krista. How are you? Gonna clean off our foundation brush. So, gonna just do BB cream today. BB cream is a beauty cream. BB stands for Beauty Balm. And it stands for a couple other things too. And I really cannot remember what the other ones are right now. I should know this. Do you ever have those moments like where your mind just goes blank? It's just done. It's in there somewhere, but it's trapped amongst all the boxes and files, right? So BB cream is just a tinted moisturizer. I shouldn't say just, because BB cream is kind of a superhero of makeup products. It has, it can work as your moisturizer, your primer, protects the skin with SPF, gives you kind of a youthful, dewy finish, takes emphasis off of any imperfections you might have. So I shouldn't say we're just going to use BB cream. BB cream is a big deal. It is a part of this month's customer special. So if you are thinking about it, you might want to check that out. I also sometimes will use this as my base, as the moisturizer, and then I will top my liquid foundation over that. So there's a little tip for you. But today we're just gonna do the BB cream. Okay, so let's get some brows done, and then we'll get into the eyes and the hope to be glam of everything. Okay, where is my, looking for a brow brush. Some days I've got it all together. Most days I do not. We're going to use some, if you stick around, we're going to use some shadows. Oh my goodness, where's my brow brush at? It's got to be here close by, because it's always close by. There it is. We're going to use some Splurge Cream shadows that are discounted. We use the new brow brush today. How about that? So I'm going to take the brow palette, and we are just going to quickly do brows. So we're going to fill them in. And for some of you, that might be all you need to do. Just fill them in to make them look more complete. Now, I will build them up a little bit with some brow liner. But first step is to fill those beauties in. Trying to go fast so we can get to the good stuff. I pulled out some fall Splurge Cream shadow shades, and all of these shades are half off right now. They're only $13 a piece. So I thought, what a great way to kick off fall looks than to do one that is discounted. Do you like discounts? I like discounts. Okay, now we need our brow liner. Hello, Heather. How are you? So let's get the brow liner in there. I like to build my brows. So what I will use the brow liner for, you can use the brow palette for this too. I just tend to use the brow liner. We might have to use the brow palette because my liner is almost done. It's on its last click. I can't click anymore. So we'll just build the front in, and then we'll fill the rest in a little bit better with the palette. We have been talking a lot about brows lately, haven't we? Because they're important. Those brows matter. They matter, they matter. Okay, now let's just go through and kind of fill in with the powder from the brow palette one last time. So you fill, and then you use the brush that I'm using right now is our newest brow brush. It's got the spoolie on this end so that you can then sweep through and not only tame your products, but you can, you know what, pardon, oh, the dog's behind me. I'm gonna grab my other. Fortunately, I have a stockpile of new makeup, and I'm sure that I have a medium brow liner. This is the unique life, ladies. When you run out of something, all you have to do is turn around and pull a new one out of the drawer. I honestly, sometimes I just don't know why everybody is not doing this business. Now I can get the brows exactly the way that I want them. Don't know why you're not doing it. You can have your own little makeup studio in your home. Like, how convenient is that? Didn't have to order, didn't have to go anywhere. Just turn around. Brow liner is one of those products that I always make sure that I have like lots of extra on hand. So I use the liner for what it's supposed to be used, to line. I like to line and create that shape. And I don't know if I can see comments, so sometimes it gets a little wonky up in here. So if there are comments and I haven't seen them, I apologize. I'm not ignoring you. Sometimes I miss comments because I'm in the zone, and sometimes Facebook doesn't want to show them to me. It'll sometimes show me who's popping on. Hey, Melissa, so I'm seeing the pop-ons. Some of them, not all of them. That's the other weird thing. Like, sometimes it shows you who's coming on, but it doesn't show you everyone. I don't know what the rules are. Okay, so we've got brows that look really weird, right? Until we start putting our eye makeup on. But I like to pull them out so that we can really glam up those eyes. We're just going to sweep a little bit through. Let's switch brushes. Get our sweeper brush. Can you all hear the dog? Here's a new challenge for you. Here's a fun little, like, Where's Waldo kind of thing. When I'm on live, have you ever heard the squeaker? My dog, if she's angry that I'm on live and paying attention to you and not her, she'll sit behind me. She always lays behind me, but she'll sit with her squeaker toy and just squeak, 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 squeak. So if you ever hear the squeak, that's what she's angry. She's upset. She's not getting the attention. Okay, we've spent far more time on brows than I had wanted. So let's get into our cream shadows. Let's make sure our brush is clean. Easiest brush cleaner ever. Just do that. You just wipe it off. It pulls everything out, makes the brush look brand new. So these Splurge Cream Shadows are part of the Steals and Deals section on my site at JenTiffany.com. They are half off the selected shades that I'm going to show you, and we're just going to play. I have not ever done this look before, but these three kind of looked like fall to me, you know? So I thought we would play with them. We'll see how the purple goes. I love the purple. I just don't know if I'll be able to like mix it in nicely. Let's also clean a deluxe brush because I like the deluxe brush for the crease. The cream shadow brush is a stiffer brush, and that's so that it can pick up, like this is another shade we might incorporate. It's just a matte called Grateful, and I love the name. They're cute. So this one's stiffer so it can get right in here and really pick up this product. But you can also use your other brushes. So if I don't want it as dark, I'll usually turn to a deluxe brush. So let's start by putting this gorgeous coppery color called Defiant into the crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the brush that way, and then we're going to turn it up that way. So we're going to kind of place the color right into the crease. That is like right above where the hinge of your eye is. Do the other side. Okay, so we laid it in that way. Now we're going to flip this way, up and down, to just start blending it out. Isn't it a gorgeous color? Like, and you can't really, I don't think you can see it on camera, like just the little soft shimmer that's in here, but it kind of like dances, like that shimmer dances like the leaves falling off the tree. How's that for a fall analogy, huh? How's that? Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? Like just on its own, that would be gorgeous. But let's play with building some other color into that. So we're going to take our cream shadow brush to get this gold, and we're going to pop that gold right on the lid. I like to kind of just press these into the lid. I don't like to swipe. I think you get better color when you just press it in. This shade is called Extravagant. There is another shade similar that is also half off right now. It's called Treasured. The difference is Extravagant is a shimmer finish and Treasured is a metallic finish. So it's really your choice. You can also wet a brush, and sometimes that will, with regular pressed shadows, like powdered shadows, that will help it pop a little more. Also works with splurge. Just helps to give you a little more oomph. Are we looking like a fall tree yet? The leaves are changing. We are going to be all the colors of the leaves. Again, another shade just on its own that would be gorgeous. Or if you're a Steelers fan or Pitt fan, this is your shade. Okay, now this is the color that concerns me a bit because I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but we're going to try. We're going to go back to that deluxe brush. We're going to get into this shimmer purple called Majestic. And I'm just going to kind of angle like where the outer corner is. I'm going to angle up and kind of stipple it in. And then I'm going to kind of see how we're just going to kind of do that outer corner. In fact, I think the crease brush will work better here. So let's switch to the crease brush. And let's clean the crease brush because who knows, I always have darker colors in the crease. So we're just going to stipple that right in there, just in a V. We're going to kind of do that outer corner with this Majestic. Now, with shadows, when you're playing around, start light, and then you can build the color. If you like it, you can build it. But that way, if you're not loving it, you don't have so much on that you can't blend it out. I feel like I want more of this purple because I am liking it a lot. And if you have fallout, don't worry about it. You can just whisk it off. You can put a little more of your BB cream over to get rid of it. Let's try to pick it up with the cream shadow brush and see if we can kind of lay it in there a little bit nicer in that corner. So what do we think of the purple out there? Say we're giving a little more dimension to it, a little more color. I like the purple out there. Let's lay the purple on the other side, and then we'll probably add a little more of that kind of coppery orange Defiant to it. So let's kind of bring that up at an angle. We're just hitting the outer corner here is all we're doing. We're not going to bring it in any further, and then we'll start to blend it. Pretty, right? So pretty. Now let's go back to the deluxe brush and let's sweep a little more of this, the color called Defiant, right into this area, and then we kind of blend that up and work that in a little bit. Because we put that as the base, and then when we added some things, we kind of lost that. Let's just go dark, right? Let's go dark. Okay, now, what do we think of that? Not bad, right? Now we're going to take, this is a blending brush that comes out in December. Let me find my other blending brush so I can show you, because it will work too. Well, it's here somewhere. I do not know where I put it. Good grief. I need an assistant. I need an assistant stat. So we're just going to use this one, but no, there's another blending brush in the line that you can use. And all we're doing is we're just lightly kind of bringing everything together. And I think I want to put some more of that purple right into that outer corner. I'm going to wet the brush. Let's do that so that it will show up a little bit better. Give it a little more of a pop. Pop, pop, pop. And we'll come back and we will blend it. We just want it to be a little more visual. It's blending. Because I put that Defiant, the copper, down first, remember how that was the first step? It's kind of blending into that a lot instead of being its own shade. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just sometimes you have to go in and reinforce. So let's go back to our blending. And just kind of blend that in and up is what we want to do with that shade. And the Splurge Cream shadows dry as a powder, so they become super blendable. So if it's not blending the way you want it to right at first, just give it a little bit of time. Once it is in powder form, it'll be good. And always try to keep that line from the outer corner of the eye up to the outer brow. You can also, here's a little trick too. You can take your deluxe brush. Oops, let's clean it off. You can use that also as something to blend. And just always want to blend in and up. So there we go. What do we think? I'm a little darker on this side with the purple. We don't need perfection, right? No perfection. And I feel like I've lost that. It's just not popping the way I want on that inner corner, the inner eye. So there we go. Pretty, right? Pretty fall. Pretty little fall. Then what you'll do is you will take, let me find a shade that will work. You just want something like this that is, I always feel like it's so hard to see because the light doesn't want to adjust. See, it's just a nude, just a matte nude. And you'll take that and you're going to pop that right underneath the brow. So that kind of finishes off that underbrow. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Just finishes it and makes it look cleaner. It transitions into your brow. So that's what we want to do there. See the difference, how it kind of cleans it up? So all three of the Splurge shades that we used would look gorgeous on their own, or you can pair them together like we did, and they're all half off, only $13 on my site under the Steals and Deals. I told you, we're only using products that are on sale today. Okay, so let's switch to liner. What do you think? Yes, no? Different than something that you would have done, but maybe a nice fall pop. We used Extravagant on the lids. We used a shade called Defiant in the inner eye and the crease. And then we used Majestic out in the corner. And it's not like super in your face. It just gives us a little more of a transition, of dimension, probably the word. We did not use Grateful, but it is a gorgeous matte tan. Okay, so liner. I'm going to start with liquid liner. This is my favorite liquid liner. It is also half off under the Steals and Deals. We're going to use this on the upper eye. So this is like the easiest liner you can use. So I like to get that inner corner there, and then I just trace my lash line. With this kind of liner, I mean, if you can use a marker, you can use this liner. It's really easy. You could do like a really defined cat eye if you wanted to. I like to just trace the lash line, and then I like to pull up just to kind of give me some extension to the eyes. So again, I just kind of trace the lash line on both sides. I tug lightly because it makes it easier if you can pull that straight, right? So that it's more like a sheet of paper. These are better if you hold them on their side and pull instead of going like straight up and down. And then let's get ourselves a little pop of color with the Dip and Draw. The Dip and Draw liner comes in a couple different shades. This one's kind of like a mauve-y maroon. It is part of the bundle I was telling you about with the BB cream. These are the 3 products, so we'll use all 3. The Dip and Draw takes a little wee bit more practice just because the wand is a little different, but nothing you can't do. So we're going to put this like mauve right on that under our lower lash line. I don't know that you can really see it on camera, but it just kind of gives us a nice little pop of color underneath so that it's not like real dark. It kind of goes with the whole fall thing, the whole fall theme. Now, one thing that I'm going to do, you know, if you watch me and you know me, you know I'm a matte girl. So we put the BB cream on and you can see that I'm kind of like dewy. And for a lot of you, that's going to be awesome. For me, I like to be matte. So I'm going to take our setting powder and we're going to mattify that. It's going to set it in place, keep it there, but also going to give me a nice matte finish. And that's just because I have combination skin. I tend to lean more on the side of oily, so I don't like when I start looking dewy. Another tip, if you're having trouble blending your shadows, you could use setting powder on your blending brush. It's going to keep your shadows in place, but it's also going to help you blend them in with that extra little bit of powder. It will help kind of eliminate any mistakes you may have made or any areas that don't look perfect. Not that you need to be perfect, but you know what I mean. You worked hard, right? Okay, let's get some lashes on. What do you think? We'll use brown today. We'll use brown since it's fall. Get some brown. If you have not tried the best mascara of your life, you and I need to talk. It will make such a difference. You will not know why you have not been using this all your life. So usually I use black, but I think brown works nicely with this look. So let's get our brown in place. Black obviously shows up much better on camera, but in person, your lashes are going to look great with the brown. Sweep the back if you want a little more fullness and length. Man, she's inappropriately licking herself while I'm on live. Go figure. So I went to fall foliage yesterday. Love all things fall. Do you? Like, what are your favorite things to do in the fall? Do you do pumpkin patch? Do you go, like, look at the leaves changing? Do you like to take a nice drive? Are you a football person, so that's fall to you? What is it? I have all of my, like, fall-scented candles burning. Oh, I love it. I know it's been, like, really unseasonably warm, but I am ready for some hoodies. But you can't stop me with those candles. You cannot stop me. I'm doing it. Yes, I am. Maple is in the air in this house. Okay, so those are our brown lashes. So, if you see some of my lash pictures and you're like, that's great, Jen. I know that you're like the lash diva and have to have the lashes, but that's not me. It's too much. You're going to want to go with the brown. Just choose the brown. It's not as extra as I like to be, but I don't know who doesn't want lashes that like scream out loud. They make such a difference. Like, they give you that facelift. It's so good. Okay, let's do a quick contour and then we'll do the lip. we'll do a nice fall nude lip. But I gotta paint my cheekbones in first. Gotta paint the cheekbones in with some highlighting and some contouring. I have to say, this look in person, I'm gonna see if I can get some decent photographs of it, because I think it's probably prettier in person than what you're seeing. But then again, like what I see on the screen right now is so different from what you're seeing. I've noticed that. Like when I've gone back to like check replays, it's just bronzer. Bronzer is your friend year round. Doesn't just have to be a summer thing. Just warms the face. When you put your foundation on, you are muting out your natural skin tone, like your natural skin coloring, because we want to even the skin tone. But bronzer helps put that warmth back in. So you can use it like I did on the cheekbones, or you can just kind of smile and just sweep it over the apples. That's how we put blush on. Sweep it over the apples, and then you can blend it all out. Okay, so let's do a nice one of these. I think a nude works well because the eyes have a lot going on. So let me show you our two nudes. There are new nudes in the line. That sounds so bad, doesn't it? They're new nudes. I have not gotten them yet. As soon as I get them, you know I'm going to share. So these are the two right now that I love. I think we're going to go with Stellar just because it has a little more of a brown in it, whereas Sublime is a little more of a pink undertone. Splash liquid lipstick, you don't need to use liner for it. You can if you want. But you just sweep that on. You can rub together. And then there's a nice point on this that kind of works as your liner so that you can really go and trace the shape of your lips. Like, I love this nude for fall. Isn't that nice? What do we think? What are we thinking? Are we liking the look? That's not the powder I want. This is the powder. This is the powder I want. I just want to get some little bit of... If you're a compact girl, these are the best ever. They can also be used like just as a foundation. Okay, what are we thinking? What do we think of this look? I'm going to show you in 1 second another little tip, little trick that you can do. So we have this. Yes, yes. Okay, let's blot. If you blot your splash, it's going to stay a lot longer. But let me show you another tip, because I always say I think we get stuck in lip shades where the lip shade's not exactly what we want. So here's where you can have a little fun with splurge. So let's take that. Let's find our cream shadow brush. Oh, remember when I was looking for that blending brush that whole time? Right in front of me. Right in front of me. Okay, let's clean this to get the purple out of it. Okay, so let's take this. Thank you so much, Krista. I do see a comment. Yay! It's swiping, see, and then the comment went away. So if you commented and I missed it, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, it will show me sometimes when some of you are popping on, and then it sweeps it off the screen. But yay, I'm so glad. Thank you, Krista. So you can take this and you can just press it right over that Splash liquid lipstick. And that Splash liquid lipstick comes in this month's customer bundle with the BB cream and the dip and draw that we used on the lower lids. And this lip color, it's going to stay. You're going to get massive staying power out of it. But this is how sometimes if you feel like your lips aren't quite tying in with your eyes, that's what you can do. We just took the splurge, put it right over top of the Splash Liquid Lipstick. And it's pretty, right? It gives it a little more fun. There's a nice little sparkle in it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Then, because we're feeling extra today, let's just do a little wee bit of highlighting. And let's see. We'll just use our deluxe brush again. You can highlight right there. This color is called Benevolent, which I also think is a perfect like luminizer highlighter for fall. We can really kind of bring some light into those inner corners. See that little difference that it makes? You can kind of bring it right there to the inner under eye. We can take it and we can pop it right at the arch. We can do right here, like where the sun would hit. Like you want to hit, like you want to, I cannot speak today. Bear with me. You want it to be like where the light would naturally hit your face. That's where we put the highlight. I always like doing it right here on the Cupid's bow. I think that gives it a little something extra. Now that we found our blending brush, let's blend it out. You could also, you could take your lips a step further, and you could take your luminizer right there in the middle so that the light is hitting it. So then you just give yourself a blend. See how you get like that nice effect, like where the light's hitting on the sides? Boy, I feel like now I want to like do the full highlight contour, but I think we're good, right? We're good. What do we think? Aside from the hair, this is Sunday hair for sure. But we got some fun fall glam, right? Just picture that the hair was really done and then we'd really have glam going on, right? I need to go put my extensions in and make it something. Maybe I'll do that for photos. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you loved it. If you have questions, certainly drop them below or message me. Like I said, everything that we used, or the bulk of what we used, is on sale right now on my website. The shadows, half off. The liner, one of the liners that we used, half off. That tab is called Steals and Deals at JenTiffany.com. Lots of goodies there. I always think people should like stock up on their Christmas presents in the Steals and Deals section, right? I always love to look and like, I watch sales from this time of year through Christmas so that I can give more Christmas on the same budget. So there's a little idea for you. If you want to be notified when I'm live, go ahead and click my nose right there, and there should be a follow button, and Facebook will be kind enough to let you know. And if you really enjoyed this and you had some fun and you learned something, feel free to pass it along onto your own wall. That really helps me so much in my business. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.